See, number system. In numbers, it's a very vast topic. So many things are there. You'll have seen cyclicity, remainder theorem. Too many things are there to study. Let's start with the basics. See, in mathematics, there are only two types of numbers. Numbers are categorized into two types. Which are these two types? Real and complex. Complex are also called imaginary. Have to use imaginary numbers. Imaginary numbers means numbers where we have negative number inside the root. It's called imaginary number. Are basically used in mathematical theories. For example, if you see there is a movie called Interstellar. तो इस जाके यूरेका इक्वेशन हटाती है सडनली फिर that's the theory बताते हैं. Theory is not a fact. Once it become a fact, so वो जो mathematical equation होता है, you remove all complex number, replace with real number. ब्लैक होल का जो theory था पहले आइंस्टाइन ने दिया था. They made the entire paper, they removed imaginary number. ये ज्ञान बांटने के लोगों को कि तुमको आता है. Let's focus on real numbers. What exactly real numbers are? Suraj, any idea?
They are numbers which lie on the scale. I mean,
number line.
visible.
Very good. So suppose there is a number line, right? One, two, three. Remember small classes. -1, -2. When you place any number on a number line, it's called real number. So is 1 a real number?
Yes.
Okay. All these numbers, right? 1.7.
Yes.
0.73333.
Yes.
Right? Root 2. Is it a real number?
Yes.
It's a rational number.
1 point something.
Is it a real number?
It solves to something, right?
Yeah. But how will you place real number or number line? Root to a number line?
Injection वाला सिखाया था.
See, if you want to place root to a number line, move 1 unit from here, take a perpendicular of 1 unit. This is 1, this is 1. You join this. It's called Pythagoras theorem. This will give you what? Root 2. And draw the projection of this. Which is 1.4148. So real number is clear, right? Root 3, root 5, root 6, root 7, all are also real numbers. Then, real numbers are further categorized into two types. Which are those two types? Rational and what is the rational number? Number are those numbers which you can write in the form of P by Q, and Q should not be equal to 0. Further understand P and Q are co-prime means they cannot be further cancelled. For example, if I have one number as 9 and 12, so this is also in the form of what? P by Q.
So you have another pen by any chance? Pens. वो नटराज जैसा वाला वो yes. चल
See, if I say this number is also in the form of what? P by Q. Are they co-prime? Co-prime means you cannot further cancel it. I can cancel it, right? So these two numbers, although they are in the form of p by q, but they are not co-prime. But if I let's say 9 by 16, can you cancel this? No. So that means these two numbers together are co-prime. So number when we write rational number, when we say the number has to be in the form of p by q, q should not be equal to 0. P and q are co-prime. And we cannot further cancel it. Called proper rational number. Right? Now, understand something about rational number. Is 1 by 4 a rational number?
Yes.
1 by 4 a rational number? Yes, p by q form, rational number. And you simplify, this is equal to how much? 0.25 or not? Is 1 by 3 also a rational number?
Yes.
3 is 0.3333 and so on. See these two numbers, there is a difference, right? So for our this type as well as this type. What is happening here? Coming to an end. After 0.25 you simply can write 000 only, right? So this is called terminating decimal. It's called terminating decimal. Called terminating decimal. That means it terminates after some point of time. This is called non-terminating.
But you are recurring also.
Recurring. Terminating, but recurring. Okay. Then we have irrational number. Root 2. It is 1.41428 pi. So pi the value is 2.1428 and
5. 14285.
look at pi, which is 22 by 7, is not exact value of pi. That's an approximation value of pi, 22 by 7. That we generally used in school days to simplify our equations or simplify the area.
Why can decimals recur after the point? Huh?
No.
At all?
No.
Not even after 100, 200 points?
20 crore digits they have found. Pi
It's going. It's never ending.
It's never ending and never repeating. No particular pattern. Here you have, let's say, it's repeating. You might have a number, let's say 0.123, 123, 123. So this is also non-terminating but recurring. 3 digits are recurring. See? Over in root 2, pi, all these digits will not recur. None of the digits will recur. Right? Pi is also called God's number. Because if you write down all the digits of pi, whatever digits you have seen, whatever phone number, telephone number, mobile number, whatever you have seen, they will be somewhere in that particular order.
In that sequential, see?
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
At some point.
Any number.
Right? Yeah. That means if my number is 8806485674, so if I keep writing pi, somewhere you will find that.
That they used to say is an irrational number, but it's not really. Not pi. Maybe
You
something else.
ask calculate all digits of pi to ChatGPT, मना कर देगा.
And GPT would like
No,
it.
I'm just saying. Then there are so many things about pi. अभी नहीं करते. बच्चों के लिए और तुम्हारे लिए. What is going to ask you? Okay. Right. So irrational number are of what form? Non-terminating. Yes. It's called non-terminating. Non-recurring. means neither they will terminate nor they will recur. Recur means repeat होंगे.
Now I remember what it is. 22 by 7 is an approximation of pi. It's not
That's what
really
I
pi.
told you.
Sorry, sir.
Isn't that already?
It's called non-terminating and non-recurring. So why we cannot write this number in the form of p by q? See, if you have a number, let's say 0.25, right? And if I ask you to write this number in the form of p by q, you write 1 in denominator. Yes? And then you remove decimal after decimal 2 digits. So you write 25 by 100, you cancel this 1 by 4. If I go and try to do with pi, even if I write 1 in the denominator and I cancel the denominator, then I don't know how many digits I have to, how many zeros I have to put in denominator because we don't know where it is coming to an end. So that is why this number I cannot write in the form of p by q. Your question is, can we write this number in the form of p by q? Because if I go and write 1 in the denominator, I cancel decimal. I don't know how many 3's are there. You have to write infinite number of. But there is a method. What is that? What is that? First, let's say you have 0.333, right? You can also rewrite this number as 0.3 bar. 3 means one particular digit is repeating itself, right? So write bar of that particular digit. Might have another number, let's say 0.717171. You can write this as 0.71 bar, right? We have, let's say, 1.434343. You can write this as 1.43 bar. How to convert these numbers in the form of p by q? So first, and I'll write down one more number, 1.73333. What? 1.733 bar. Why? Because 7 is not repeating. It lies after decimal, but it's not repeating. So how to convert all such numbers in the form of p by q? Let's try to understand it. First one. So you have in school how you have done this. I'll tell you. 0.3333, right? Let's say this is equal to x. First equation. After decimal, how many digits are repeating? Only one digit, 3. So multiply both sides with 10. If 2 digits are repeating, multiply both sides with 100. Multiply with 10. So this decimal sign will shift one place to the right. It will become 3.3333. If you do this minus this, how much it is? And if you do 3.333 minus 0. So after decimal, all 3 get cancelled. You left with 3. And x is equal to 3 by 9, which is this is a method used in school. Here you don't have to do it. You know the tricks. You can actually directly convert such numbers in the form of p by q without going into this calculation part. Right? Now, how to convert such number in the form of p by q? Let's try to understand it. Right? Okay. So let me explain you how to convert such number in the form of p by q. So first, what you should do, you write 0.3 bar, right? There are 3 steps which are involved. First is remove bar and decimal. Remove bar and decimal and write this number as it is. First step, which is 0.3. From this, subtract the digits which does not have bar on it. So 0 does not have bar on it. Right? Then directly come to denominator. Denominator, put as many 9 as bar on digits. So if bar is on 1 digit, put 1 9 for it. Bar is on 2 digit, put 2 9 for it. Since bar is on how many digits?
1 digit.
1 digit. So put 1 9 for it. How much it will give you? 3 by 9, which is equal to what? In question, 0.7. first step is 0, 7, 1. From this, how much you have to subtract?
0.
Only 0.
99.
99. You have a calculator, you can calculate 71 by 99 will give you 0.717171, right? Third question is what? You have 1.43, but first step is 143 minus 1 divided by 29. This 142 by 99. You can cancel it, do it, otherwise leave it like this. But if you look at the last one,
17 minus 1.
yeah, so in last one, there is a difference, right? If you look at the first, second, and third, whatever digits is after decimal, all of them are repeating. Start repeating, right? But here, there is a number which is not repeating, and then after that, whatever digits we have, they are repeating. So, how to do it? So, first you write 1.73 bar, right? Your first step remains same, second step remains same. First step is what? Write this number as it is, 173. From this, how much you have to subtract?
1.7.
No, 17. Remove bar and decimal. 17. Then you come to denominator. In denominator, how many 9 you are going to put? Only 1 9. But after decimal, there is a digit which is not repeating. So put 1 0 for it. So if 2 digits are not repeating, put 2 zeros for it. Example, if I have, let's say, 1.743 bar, right? I'm going to write this 1743 minus 17 divided by 29 and 1043. Yeah.
Okay, the next one.
If I have 2 digits which are not repeating, put 2 zeros for it. 9900. If 2 digits are not repeating after decimal. So this can give direct answers, right? Again, it's clear. We'll solve 2 questions on that. First, okay. Are further divided into 2 types. Rational numbers are further divided into 2 types. Call them fraction. So what are fraction? Of course, you write them in the form of p by q.
Where Q is
But q is not equal to 0 and should not be equal to 1. Fraction is basically write this number p by q. Q should not be equal to 0 as well as should not be equal to 1. Because if q becomes 1, number will become integer. For example, 1.7 is not an integer. 1 is an integer. So integer are those numbers which you will write on number line. Right? You write basic numbers on number line, 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2. So integers are devoid of decimal sign. Right? So integers are of 3 types. These are negative, positive and 0. You have positive integers, you have negative integers, and then you have 0. Positive, negative and 0. Negative integers are minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Positive integer 1, 2, 3, and then we have 0. So 0 is a separate class of integers. Here,
So where does that whole number come to?
Integers only.
coming to that.
नहीं, but my
All positive integers are also called so if I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all are natural numbers. So natural numbers are numbers. You count the number of people in class, number of trees. So you always count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right?
Zero, one.
Now together with 0 and positive integer, it's called whole number.
क्या बोले?
Natural is one, positive integer.
So if I say natural numbers, so natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, and whole numbers are right.
आज स्टिकर खरीद के रखो सूरज आंसर देगा तो उसको स्टार लगाओगे
Now tell me, when you write first 100 whole numbers, when you write first 100 whole numbers, how many times you are going to write 0? Let's say you are going to write 0 at 10, 1 0 at 10, 1 0 at 10. So when you write first 100 whole numbers, how many times you have to write 0? Think about it.
100 times. No.
First,
Sorry, 10 times. You are considering 0 also, no?
Yeah, but you're not considering 100.
First 100 whole numbers when you write, so you start your number with what? 0. It ends at
99.
you're going to write 10, 20, and at 90. You will not include 100 because first number is your 0, second number is 1. So first 100 whole number means you have to start at 0 and ends at 99. So you're going to write 1 0 at 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 10 0. Normally people include 100 also and calculate 2 0. So they say 12. Some people say 12 answers. Some people actually starts with 1 and goes up to 100. Be very careful when they ask you because it's small things. You might do mistake if you don't read the question properly. Like in integers, you guys did. For integers, you are seeing natural number, whole number.
क्योंकि पहली बार में पढ़ाया नहीं ना आपने क्या करें हम ये देखो पहली बार का रैशनल इरेशनल इसका ही कुछ नहीं सो
Simply is this integer negative 0
You
positive.
remember this question and he's saying I'm not.
Yeah.
अलग अलग ये किया अरे मैं ये बोल रहा था what did I go wrong in this chart that we
Clear? This is clear?
yes.
Any doubt in this?
Yes,
Okay. Then let's discuss about factors. Factors are also called divisors. Factor of a number. For example, if I have 4, so which are the numbers which can divide 4 completely? 4 and 1 is 1 and 4. So these 1, 2 and 4 are called factors of the number. 2 has how many factors? 2. 1 and 2. 3 has 2.
1 and 1.
Similarly, 6 will have 1,
1,
2,
2, 3 and
right? So factor is a long story, but as of now we are doing it only for prime numbers and composite numbers. So prime numbers. So what are prime numbers?
which have only two factors
Prime numbers means numbers having two factors. Numbers having only two factors are termed as prime numbers.
1 and
For example, 2, 3, 5, 1
And the number
is not a prime number. It has not. It has to
Doesn't
be
have
only
to
one
factor.
factor. Now, some of the prime numbers from 1 to 100, these are prime numbers 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 18, 19, 20, 29, 30, 1, 37, 41, 43, 47, 53, 59, 61, 61, 73, 79, 53, 59. These are all prime numbers from 1 to 100. And if you count, these are total 25 prime numbers. So from 1 to 100, there are 25 prime numbers. Important thing. First is 2 is the even prime. There is no other number, no other even number which is also prime. 2 is the only even prime. Now except 2, except 2 and 3, any other prime number can be written form of k plus 1 or 6k plus 5, where k is a whole number. So except 2 and 3, if you pick up any number, right? Let's say pick up 5. So 5 can be written as 6 into 7. 7 can be written as 6 into 1 plus 1. 11 can be written as 6 into 1 plus 5. 17 can be written as 6 into 2 plus 5. 13 can be written as 6 into 2 plus 1. Apart from 2 and 3, you can write in the form of 6k plus 1 or 6k plus 5. So all these numbers, but not necessary that all the numbers which are of the form of 6k plus 1 or 6k plus 5 will be prime. You understood? I have written any other prime numbers. I am just writing all the prime numbers, removing 2 and 3, and whatever prime numbers we have, you can write in the form of what? 6k plus 1 or 6k plus 5. 25 is not a prime number. You can still write this as 6 into 4 plus 1. Right? So there are other numbers also which you can write in the form of 24 plus 125, 6k plus 1. Right? All the numbers of the form of 6k plus 1 or 6k plus 5 will be prime. Except 2 and 3 will be of that form 6k plus 1 or 6k plus 5. Then you have composite number. Set number. So what are composite numbers?
1.
Okay. Anything else? Composite numbers.
which have the not prime.
No, either the prime or made by.
All of you.
There are co-primes of it.
Is
Co-primes,
it
there are
prime
prime.
or made by something?
From numbers having more than 2 factors.
वाह मैं क्या बोला which are not prime.
Yeah, 1 is also not.
Except
Having more than 2
have to be clear. Asterisk में ना हो.
Okay. opinion rejected. Numbers having more than 2 factors. For example, 4, 6, 8. Numbers having more than 2 factors. Composite.
मैं यहाँ देख रही हूँ।
For example, 4, 6, then 8, then 9, then 10. From 1 to 100, if there are total 25 primes, so how many composite numbers are there? 100 if there are total, if 1 to 100 there are 25 primes,
74.
74, because 1 is neither prime nor composite. Composite number do not have any identity of their own. Do not have any identity of own. That means they are made up by prime. For example, there are so many actors in Bollywood do not have their own identity. Papa ke naam ka hai. So if you get 4, so 4 is what? Made by 2 and 2. 6 is what? 8 is again 2 into 2 into 2. Look at 9. 9 is what? 3 into 3. 10 is what? 2 into 5. 12 is what? 2 into 2 into 3. 15 is 14 is, let's say, 2 into 7. So prime number, composite number do not have their own identity. They are made by ones. Either a number will be except 1. Either a number will be prime or it is made by prime. If it is made by prime, that means it is a composite number. So any number on the planet. Now, why prime numbers are so much of importance? Told you this is cool. Let's understand this. If you see, you have large these type of numbers you have seen on your passport. Bank number. Why they keep this big digits? See how the supercomputers or any computer or AI, even AI follows a pattern, right? Following a pattern. But there is no formula to find out prime number because they do not follow pattern. Prime numbers occur randomly. Typing 2, 3 consecutive, suddenly एक का gap 5, एक का gap 7, फिर सीधे 3 का gap, 4 का gap 11, then 13, then 17, 19. So you are writing some number, suddenly one number pop up as prime. Writing number prime. So what happens when you have a number? Let's say, for example, if I have a number, let's say 107. Let's say I have a number 107, right? I want to check up whether this is prime or not. So whether it is me or whether it is the computer, even quantum, although their speed is much higher. But how do you find out whether the number is a prime number or not? So first you find out that it lies between which two perfect square. You have to find out that it lies between which two perfect square. So it lies between 100 square, which is 10 square, and 11 square, right? 10 square means just focus on the base and write down all the prime numbers less than 10. 1 is 2, 3, 7, right? Check 107. Is it divisible by 2? No. Divisible by 3? No. Divisible by 7? No. So you have to check with all the prime numbers less than 10. So even computer does this. First you check, then with 3. If it is divisible by 3, it make pair. Right? Then it check with next prime number. This is a prime. It's not divisible by. So if this number is not getting divisible by any of the prime number less than 10, that means this is a prime. But
Irrespective, so you don't need to check for the layer.
No,
So if
you don't even have to check with other number, you just have to check with these 3 numbers. If it is not divisible, it's not a prime. It is a prime.
Only 2, 3 and 7 you check.
Yes. the bigger number, right? For example, if I have, let's say, hmm?
I need to consider 5. I mean, I know it's not divisible.
No, sorry, I missed it. 5, 2, 3, 5, and 7. All the prime numbers less than 10. If I take a larger number, let's say if I take 221, so this 221 lies between which two perfect square? 15 and 15. So I have to find out all the prime numbers less than just 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 and 13. That means I have to check with all the numbers. I have to check 221 with all the numbers, right? With 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. If it is divisible by any of the prime number,
11.
So it's 1.
it's not divisible by 11.
20.
Not divisible by 11.
तो भी कैलकुलेट करना है कर
0 आना चाहिए, 1 नहीं आना चाहिए. If it was
Is it divisible by 2?
No.
Divisible by 3?
231 would have been divisible.
Not divisible by, right? 7?
No.
11? No. 13? Divisible by
Whole
13?
number, basically.
Yeah, all the prime number less than 14. Not divisible by 13, right? That means not divisible by, that means this is a prime.
Hey, 130 is 91 बचता है. 91 is divisible.
So divisible by 13.
It is divisible.
Yeah, so divisible by 13. So now computer is also doing, right? It is doing divisible by 13. 13 1 the 13. 13 7 the 91. Then you're left with what? 17. Then again it is going to check with 17.
9 and 17 is what constitutes.
So 7, yeah, छोटा number है, ठीक है. So supercomputer also does the same thing. So if there is a big account number, right, you want to hack it. Go and try to even deploy supercomputer to do this, right? Although it is running at very fast speed, but then security system will give you an alarm, right? Chori हमारा पैसा. देख. So the large numbers are large because if somebody will try to hack it, security system will alert. If your account number is 221,
हम ही कर लेंगे second.
हाँ, तुम भी उसका बेचारा account number hack कर लोगे, हो गया भाई तेरा. So that's why these numbers, social security numbers, are very large. I understood, right? कुछ नहीं है, शो ऑफ करने के लिए सारी चीजें बता देना किसी को. तो वैसे
ये पढ़ चुका हूँ. तेरे सामने क्या गया?
तेरे को क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ.
महीना भर हो चुका है मेरे को पढ़े हुए. एक बार भी तेरे सामने नहीं बोला रहेगा.
आज पूछ
this clear? And composite is also clear. Okay. Prime and composites clear. Prime factorization. Prime factorization. Writing any composite number as a product of its prime. So if there is any prime number which you have, composite number you have, let's say 12. So 12 is 2 square into 3 raised to the power 1. So when you are writing any composite number as a product of its prime, this process is equation. Let's say you have 20. 20 you can write as 2 square into 42. So 42 is 2 raised to power 3 raised to power 7 raised to power. All this is called prime factorization. If number is a prime number, then you cannot do anything. You simply have to write down that number. If you cannot factorize it. Now, where prime factorization helps, it will help you in finding out the total number of factors, sum of factors, LCM and HCF. We have been doing LCM and HCF. First, I have to tell you about coprime also. Remember what coprime is? Let's say if I have number 9 and 16, can you divide it? No. That means these two numbers are coprime. So I'll tell you the meaning of coprime. If you write down the factors of 9, what are the factors of 9? 16. 1, 2, 4, 8 and 16. Why you cannot cancel it, you know? Because nothing is common, no factor is common except 1. When only 1 is the common prime factor between them, or what highest common factor between them, then numbers are said to be co-prime. But together they are co-prime. So we'll come to that. This part is clear, co-prime is also clear. Let's take these two numbers and let's try to find out LCM and HCF of these two numbers. First of all, what is LCM? Yeah. यार नहीं बाबू तुम
Lowest number.
गलत सुन रहा है तो प्यार में हमारी एक बुढ़ापा आ गया
हाँ अभी बोला
उसको बोल रहा हूँ एलसीएम या एचसीएफ बता रहा है
तो मैं ज़्यादा बड़ा नहीं है भाई
to understand Hindi, right?
Yeah.
Konkani also.
Yes.
These people know Konkani, I don't know. Who are learning languages. Tripathi Konkani.
मेरे को आता है
अब तो लोग असल में Okay, this is called highest common factor. Lowest common multiple. So LCM has something to do with multiple, writing multiple. And when we say HCF, it's called highest common factor. Something to do with factors. So exactly the meaning of this is what exactly LCM and HCF is. So if you take two numbers, right, say 20 and 42, and keep writing the multiples. So multiples of 20 is 20, then 40, then 60, then 80, then 120,
420 होगा dot
100, then 140, then 160, then right, and so on.
20
And look at 42. So it is 42 ones are 42, then 84, then 6, 1, then 168. So keep on writing it. Somewhere you find out, right? You just write down this. 200, then
तो वो नीचे
220, then 240, just writing it. Right? After 168, 42 5 is
210 sorry 252
250,
294 336
42 5 is 210, right? So somewhere you will find out that these the numbers will reach to a point where these two numbers are going to be equal, right?
420
Somewhere you will have 420 here, and somewhere right there you have 20. Will be the LCM of these two numbers. If I take, let's say, small number, let's say 6 and 10. So it is 6, then 12, then 18, then 24, then 30, then 36, and 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. यहाँ भी कहीं 60 आ जाएगा, right? But if you look at 30, is the lowest common multiple, LCM. Second lowest common multiple is 60. There are so many. So I will never ask you what is the highest common multiple. You can go up to infinity. That's why you ask lowest common multiple. And second is HCF, which is called highest common factor. Understand, we don't have to use this method to find out LCM and HCF. This is basically the meaning of LCM and HCF. Then HCF, for HCF you have to write down what? Factors of 20 is 1, 2, 4, 5, 10 and 20. 42 factors 1, 2, 3, 7, 6 and 7 and 42 and 21, 14, and that's it. So these are the factors or not? Now, yes, what are the common factors? 1
and 2.
2, then
1 and 2.
any other common factor?
No.
No. So among this, which is the highest common factor?
2.
I asked you what the highest common factor of these two numbers is 2. For theory, of course, you're not going to use this. One method is called prime factorization method, and second method, even I realized few months ago that I can simplify it by something, finding LCM HCF directly. I was not aware in school time. Now, 20 is what? 2 square raised to the power 1. And 42 is what? 2 raised to the power 1. 3 raised to the power 1. If you have to find LCM,
Highest,
okay, let's say LCM.
highest power.
So you, whatever prime factors you see in that number, whatever prime factors, take all the prime factors and write down their highest power. अब ये थोड़ा कॉम्प्लेक्स लगता है क्या पहले तो याद रखो कि क्योंकि HCF में you have to change it, right?
Lowest का highest है, और highest का lowest है.
Okay. I'll tell you in HCF, if I tell you, so in this, what I'm trying to tell you is that you find out all the prime factors. So you can find 2, 3, 5, and 7. And raise it to their highest power. So highest power of 2 is 2. Highest power of 3 is 1. 5 is 1. 7 is 1. Multiply this will give you 420. Right. For HCF, you pick up only the common prime factors. So what are the common prime factors? This
2.
only 2, and raise it to their lowest power. Although it is HCF, raise it to their lowest power. Lowest power of 2 is 1. So that's why highest common factor is what? 2.
What was that when we used to do with tables? Like, I mean, हम लोग ऐसा लिखते थे ना 42
That's called long
वो
division.
साथ में रखा है.
हाँ.
LCM के लिए तेरे को दोनों साथ में रखना है.
वही ना ऐसा
Now,
कुछ करते थे.
first, if you want to go by this method only, then I'll tell you how to do it. It's fine, but then writing all the prime factors here and only writing the common prime factors, so a lot of confusion होता है. I'll tell you first thing how to do this. Remember, for LCM, you have to pick the highest power, and for HCF, the lowest power. उतना याद रखो. What is, which prime factor is absent here, which is here?
3,
Right? 3 raised to power 0 and 7 raised to power 0. Why? Because any number raised to power 0 is
1.
what is which is here?
5
Which
is
is
0.
right? अब LCM HCF simultaneously निकलता है. कैसे देखो? Right? 2, 3, 5, 7. Right? Here also write 2, 3, 5, 7.
lowest power and highest.
For LCM, highest power 2 is 2, 3 is 1, 5 is 1, 7 is 1. For HCF, write all. Lowest power of 2 is 3 is 0, 0, 0. ये तो पूरा 1 हो गया. 1 into 2 is 2. This is another way of remembering it, right? अब something which you have been doing since school days. ये तुमको किसी ने बताया नहीं. तो मुझे खुद भी पता लगा. Okay. Explain, tell you something. Just focus on this. If you want to find out LCM of 2 or more than 2 number also, here let's take 2 number only. Let's take 20 and 42. So write 20 and 42. You can write 42 by 20 or 20 by 42. There is no restriction on that. Right? First tell me which is the number which can cancel both. 2. Write 2. 2 can cancel both and it will give you what? 10 and 21. Here's the number which can cancel this. No. So जो number है जो cancel कर रहा है, that is your HCF always. HCF is 2. Done. Right? Clear? Whatever number can cancel both is your HCF. For example, if I have, let's say, 12 and 18, right? I have to find out first, if to find out HCF, which is the number 2 can cancel both, right? Let's cancel with 2. Write 2 here. After 6 and 9. Then which number can cancel? 3. So 2 into 3. And 3, 2s are 6, 3, 3s are 9.
Into 2
So HCF is 6.
and LCM will be another 2 and 3. No?
Now HCF part is clear. As far as LCM is concerned, you take this 2 and what is there in numerator and denominator? 10 and 20. Multiply this 10 and 21. Therefore 420 होता है कि नहीं होता है? Here, if you have to find out LCM, so it is 2 3s are
6 into 2 into 3.
Very good. 26. LCM. These methods are wonderful, and you see after you cancel everything, you are left with what? 2 and 3. 2 and 3 are
इसका क्या बोला? सुना तो।
HCF लिखा.
हाँ, HCF।
उसके बाद जो नंबर बचता है मल्टीप्लाई.
HCF का नंबर्स भी लेना है 2 into 3 इसमें 6 आया.
यहाँ पर 2 था. 10 और 21 को मल्टीप्लाई. HCF means number which has cancelled both. चल रहा है. Then 6 into 2 into 3. Now, this 2 and 3 are what type of number? 10 and 21. So, the moment you multiply HCF with the numbers का co-prime, it will give you LCM.
So LCM is equal to co-prime numbers.
Co-prime factors.
All these numbers. So, co-prime is clear to all of you. Co-prime are the numbers whose highest common factor is 1. You pick up any 2 consecutive numbers, they are always co-prime. Pick up any 2 consecutive numbers. Pick up any 2 consecutive numbers.
1.
They're co-prime. So pick up any 2 consecutive numbers, even if it 1 and 2 co-prime, 2 and 3 co-prime, 3 and 4 co-prime. So any 2 consecutive numbers are always co-prime. Then there are other numbers also which are co-prime. So not necessary that there are any 2 consecutive numbers always co-prime. But then there are other set of co-prime. So 9 and 16 are not consecutive numbers. I think this is clear to all of you. ये भी समझ आएगा. Here. So let's N1 and N LCM of N1 and N2 into HCF of this 1 and N2 is equal to N1 into N2. In this case, what is your HCF and LCM? 420 into LCM. What is N1? 20 N2. Check these two are equal now. Check these two are equal now. 420 into 2 is what? 840. What is LCM of this 420? What is HCF? 2. Right?
You just repeat what you said there for 420 to 2.
Difficulty?
Yes, like it's been a long just processing everything.
Tell me.
So sorry, you were saying that ये वाला जो example लिया ना 420 into 2
हाँ,
वो वापस से बताओगे please?
ये formula है कि if there are two numbers, only for two numbers, their LCM into HCF का product is also equal to product of two numbers.
Oh, product of.
Yes. N1 into N2 are two numbers.
Oh yeah, I remember this LCM into HCF.
So this formula holds true for two numbers, not more than two numbers. If you find LCM and HCF of more than two numbers, this formula. Understood?
40 doing 40, so let's start.
Yes.
Fine if we found the LCM and HCF properly.
Yeah, so can be used in the problems like in different ways. You can have any problem where you have to use the application of this. So first is this formula. See, the moment you take your number n1 and n2, you divide these numbers with their HCF. Right? So divide your number n1 with HCF. It will completely get divided. Your question will be A, n1, this will be 0, and this will be B, n2, and remainder is 0. Always. For example, if you look at these two numbers, 12 and 18, HCF is 6, LCM is 36, and numbers are 12 and 18. Do one. Divide 12 with its HCF. What is HCF? 6. Right? HCF is 6, right? And first number is what? 12 with 6. 6 twos are. Second number is divide with 6. This which is left, check whether the same thing. And this what is left here is called A and B are co-prime here. So when you are doing this, this A and B are co-prime. So where A and B are co-prime. Third thing in this only, if you multiply HCF with A and B, it gives you LCM. I'm exactly doing the same thing here. Way of writing is different. See this 6 HCF 2 give you LCM, give you LCM. You always think right in mathematics कुछ भी चीजें mathematics. So things will become easy over a period of time. थोड़ा time लगेगा. But then the aptitude based entrance exam will check whether you can use the logic to get arrive an answer or not. Logically, you have to the question will not be difficult. It will be very logical in nature. Logic takes time to develop. Or you should have a strong logic since 2 days to come up with that. You should have.
Maybe with practice we'll understand. क्वेश्चन पढ़ के समझ भी आना चाहिए ना कि क्या अप्लाई करना है उस पर.
Sound connected.
Yes, sir.
Take one problem on HCM and HCF. Say it is given that HCF of two numbers is m of the same two number is 7700. One of the number is 275. Find the other number. Last formula रखना हो 5 मिनट. One of the number is 275. Find the other number. Now which formula you have to use?
That LCM into HCF is equal to N into N1 N2. So basically 11 into 7700 is equal to 275 into whatever.
Formula is one of the number, let's say N1 is given to you. You know that N1 into N2 is equal to LCM into HCF, right?
Yes.
N1 you know 275, N2 you don't know. LCM 7700. Here
11.
and you are going to find it difficult to cancel it out, right?
Yeah.
See, whatever your second number will be, should be an integer. Going to be, right? Positive integer. So that means when I'm finding n2, अब ये इसको है ना logically होना. Can you write this as 77 into 100? Right? Divided by 270. Right? That means if second number is an integer, the denominator has to be 1. That means it should get cancelled out, right?
What did you say?
Second number is also going to be an integer.
Correct.
The
Yeah.
denominator has to be 1. 1 means denominator, this 275 should get cancelled out. तो वो नंबर जो भी है उस पे कैंसिल होगा. लेट्स कैंसिल विद 11.
308 आता है.
11 2 जा 11 5 जा
हाँ correct.
55 and 25 and 100. What is the number? N2
308.
77. After this, look at your option. If your option, the last digit will be 8, right? So there are 4 options. All 4 options has different last digit.
Correct.
You know that whatever you don't have to multiply. Last digit is going to be 8. If all 4 options have last digit, you can multiply. Clear? No?
Yes sir.
If product of two co-prime numbers is 117. There are two co-prime numbers and the product is 117. EM should be. How much should be the LCM? First option we have 1. Second option we have is 7. Third option is equal to their HCF. Fourth option is cannot be determined. Not writing cannot be determined. C, B, D cannot be determined. LCM should be
Product of 2 is 117.
Yeah, co-prime number.
LCM.
Out of two co-prime numbers, 117. What will be their LCM? Think about it.
Second one.
Let's have a brainstorm करता हूँ. Touch copy pen. Just focus on pen. Tell me one. If I give you two co-prime numbers, right? You take any two co-prime. What will be their LCM? HCF.
Repeat the multiplication of their numbers only.
HCF.
Don't have anything.
HCF.
One.
Very good. Why one?
Because
When you cannot.
So since you mentioned co-prime numbers in this case, so automatically the LCM becomes 1.
How you find out LCM then? How you find out LCM then? See, how you find out LCM of number? You always take the HCF into A into B. Here, product of two co-prime number is given as what? 117. And if there are two co-prime number, their HCF will be equal to
1.
always 1.
LCM is the same.
HCF कितने?
1.
And A and B is already given to you.
first, second, third formula.
Any two co-prime number, their HCF will be 1. There, no matter what. HCF is highest common factor. That means highest number which can divide both completely.
1.
Hope you are able to
Best.
understand this. Next is product of two numbers is 1320. There are two numbers. The product of these two numbers is 1320. Their HCF is 6. Find LCM. Find LCM. Try this question, all of you.